Hey y'all, thank you for watching Afro Brats TV. Today I wanted to share with y'all a few unpopular opinions that I have. These are basically just literally random thoughts that I be having throughout the months and days and weeks, and just whenever a random thought pops into my head, I just write it down in my notes. And yeah, these are just some I've accumulated. That's just enough to make a video out of. So yeah, but let's just get into it. I don't got nothing else to say. So, and these are literally all random, unrelated thoughts for the most part. Like, none of these are pertaining to like the same subject, and they aren't in any type of specific order or anything. These are literally just random thoughts that I have. And also, of course, y'all know how y'all people be acting, so let me do a disclaimer. All right, like, if you disagree with anything that I say, okay, that is 100%, that is 110% okay. Just keep things civil. All right, nobody got to be bullied, nobody got to be harassed, nobody got to be cursed out, called out their name, threatened. None of that. Okay, none of that is ever necessary, ever needed. I don't approve of any of that. So the first unpopular opinion I have is that wigs and freeform locks are ugly. Now, a lot of people are probably gonna call me anti-black for saying that and blah blah blah. I don't know how you can say I'm anti-black, but anyways, whatever, so be it. So I find wigs ugly. Just they just don't do anything for me, y'all. Like, I've tried to force myself to like them. They're just ugly to me. I don't see the appeal of them. They're ugly. And freeform locks, they're ugly. And no, I don't have the opinion that, like, just because you have locks, they should be always crispy done all the time. Like, I think actually dreads look pretty good once they're like worn a little bit, may have a little frizz on them, whatever. So I don't feel like that. Obviously I don't feel like black people's hair needs to be done crispy and neat and perfect every single time they walk out of the house. That's because people instantly assume that if you don't like freeform dreads, it's like, oh, well, you feel like black people's hair has to be that. It's like, no, okay, the shit just don't look good to me, all right? It looks tacky to me, honestly. That's just my opinion. All right, so next one. Relaxers and wigs are not easier to take care of than your natural hair. I find it weird that black women have been, like, I don't know, fed this false narrative that, hey, put this chemical in your hair and it's gonna make your hair easier to manage, or slap this wig on your head and it's gonna make it easier to manage. Okay, first of all, as someone who obviously is natural, but as someone who also used to be relaxed and someone who also occasionally wears wigs, that shit is not no easier than taking care of my natural hair. All right, when you're number one, when you're relaxed, right, you have to do more to take care of your hair. All right, you got to get your treatments, consistently. You have to, trim consistently. Like, there is no room for error when you are relaxed, okay? Because your hair is already weaker, than it would be in its natural state. Like, that is why people say you should not relax and dye your hair at the same time, because your hair is going to fall out, because your hair is automatically weaker because it is, chemically processed and compromised because of it. How is that easier when you have to be so gentle with your hair? Like, my natural hair, I can, like, neglect it, which I don't neglect my hair. Well, obviously I kind of am low-key neglecting it right now, but I have, like, a little more room to neglect it because my hair is strong. It's healthy. Like, I can dye my hair and probably nothing will happen. I can get a silk press, probably nothing will happen. But, like, for relaxed hair, it's just more consideration that you have to take care of it, because it is at a weaker, basically, disadvantage. And wigs, y'all, they are not easier to take care of than your natural hair. All right. If anybody has ever watched a lace front installation video or even a closure installation video, that shit takes hours, okay? You gotta bleach the knots, you gotta pluck it, you gotta cut the tabs off, cut the lace off, match it to your head, bleach the knots. It's a process, okay? I watch these videos all the time on YouTube and on Instagram. None of that shit is easier or less time consuming than taking care of your natural hair, all right? Just say you like how relaxed hair looks. Just say you like how the diversity of wigs, but do not say that it is easier to take care of or faster or more time efficient to do those things than wearing or dealing with your natural hair, because it's not, all right? The next one is crochet styles are ugly as hell. I hate any type of crochet style. The only type of crochet I like is when it's like individuals, and even that is like a slippery slope, because some of those be looking ugly too, but I can kind of excuse that more than like the cornrow and then the crochet with all that should be ugly. The crochet twists, when it's like cornrow like that, the crochet like curly hair, all of that shit is ugly. The crochet braids, the crochet weave, all of that is ugly, y'all. It's ugly. Like, now I get that why people get it, because obviously, yes, that is way less time consuming than sitting there getting box braids, sitting there getting, a weave installation, whatever the case may be. Like, I get why people get it. Next unpopular opinion. Now, this one is definitely gonna ruffle some feathers. I think that race swaps in movies is fucking stupid. And I think as black people, we need to start boycotting a lot of this stuff. Like, it makes me feel like such an afterthought when, a big name studio makes somebody black instead of making a black original character. Like, them making, for example, Ariel black, it's just kind of like you're being fed somebody's leftovers. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, okay, y'all want representation? Okay, here, take this. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just giving us anything, like something that you don't even have to think about. Like, no, take the time and the effort out to make, an original black story. Like, why do y'all think that Black Panther took off so well? Is because the original character was black, and they built on a character that was already black. He already had his own story, already had this, already had that, Not, he wasn't like, White Panther at first, then for no godforsaken reason, they just made him black just to appease. It's like, no, he was already black and they built on his story. Same thing with Miles Morales, okay? He was already black, okay? That's why, Into the Spider-Verse is such a loved movie, because it's like really organic. Like, they built on a storyline of a black kid that already existed. And it's like, for black people to really be in support of like these race swaps is like really problematic to me. We should not be accepting none of this shit. And the fact that we are, it's kind of like we're just accepting anything that anybody give us. Like, I just don't think black people should be accepting none of this shit. Yeah, I can go on and on about it, but y'all get the point. Oh, this next one is also gonna ruffle some feathers. Yes, I am black and I do not support Black Lives Matter. I can go on and on about this too, but I'm gonna keep it cute, keep it short, keep it sweet. I just do not think that they genuinely advocate against things that everyday black people deal with. They do not talk about the incarceration rate. They do not talk about the single mother rates. They do not talk about the unemployment rates. They don't talk about, the teen pregnancy that's rampant in black community. They don't talk about, colorism, texturism. They don't talk about featureism. I can go on and on, y'all. Just don't get me started. Like, they don't talk about nothing that plagues the modern everyday black person. All they give a damn about is if a white cop shoots a black person. That is it, okay? They don't talk about black on black violence. And a lot of people get mad when you bring up black on black violence. I don't know why the fuck people get mad when you bring up black on black violence. Like, it is statistically more likely for you to be killed by your own person than a white cop, all right? You can Google it. It's out there. All right, there's decades and decades of research on the shit. Let's stop acting like none of this stuff exists, y'all. Let's just, you know what I'm saying, let's get with the program. Okay. And yes, a rebuttal to that would be, oh well, in general it's likely for the same race to kill each other. Okay, obviously, because you're more likely to be around your own kind. Obviously, you're not Einstein for saying that, but in comparison to other races, it is disproportionate. Okay, do your research. You ain't gotta listen to me if you think I'm talking out my ass. There's research on the shit. So yeah, I don't think that they really serve black people. I think that, they would rather riot and loot and rob and kill innocent people than to advocate for actual things that actually affect black people. So call me a self-hater, call me a coon, call me whatever the hell you want to call me. I don't care. They are the coons because they're doing shit against their own cause. But I'm the coon. All right, whatever. So be it. Ooh, okay. This is a good one. I feel like baby showers without the father present should be looked down upon. There's really not much to expand upon on here. Like, there's this stupid ass thing that it's black folks saying it, so let me not even, it's black folks. It's this stupid ass thing that black folks say. It's like, oh, the baby shower is for the mom, so women can impregnate themselves now, or I thought it took two to make kids, but apparently not. Do I really need to say more on that? You're literally a parent yourself. Like, and see, in this type of mindset, like, people will, like, not blink an eye at that type of mindset, but get mad when, like, men are disconnected from fatherhood, or they may not want to be parents and blah blah blah. Is because y'all saying stupid shit like baby showers should be for the mom. He is a parent. He should be part of the experience too. He had an active role in producing the child. How the hell are you gonna say that it's for the mom? Like, what? That is the stupidest shit ever. Like, y'all, just cut it. Just cut it. It's stupid. Just cut it. All right. The next one, okay, the next three are like pretty simple. Okay, number one, I think Billie Eilish is trash. Now, I know her popularity has kind of like significantly plummeted. Like, I don't think people be talking about her like that no more. But when she first ever came out, people are gonna say I'm a hater for this, but as someone who is into alternative music culture and all that type of crap, I just feel like people only liked Billie Eilish, like, to say, oh, rap music not the only thing I listen to. Here, look, I listen to Billie Eilish. Like, that's the only thing. That's the only reason why people liked her. Now, yeah, she is pretty. I love her image. Like, she's definitely different. And she was refreshing when she came out. But to be out here saying like, oh, her music is good, I don't know about all that. The next one is hot chips are trash. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say hot chips trash. Hot chips are definitely overrated, and I have felt like this since I was in elementary school. Like, people used to steal hot chips from the stores. Like, sometimes the teacher would have like a snack cabinet or whatever, and they used to be stealing them out of there, stealing them from other kids' book bags and stuff. And I just used to be like, I was like 8, 9 years old thinking like, these chips are really not that good. Like, am I missing something? Like, I'm not gonna say that they're nasty, but they not good. Hot chips, Takis, just any chip like that shit is just not that good to me. Like, I don't understand why they so hyped. Jello is nasty. Not much else to say on that. Okay, the next one is laminated and feathered brows are ugly, and dyed eyebrows are also ugly. Dyed eyebrows, I'm sorry y'all, you free to do what you want with your body, but dyed eyebrows are tacky. And 80% if you have dyed eyebrows, I'm not saying you got to change yourself for people, but I'm just saying everybody that look at you just think that you tacky as hell. And like I said, you ain't got to change yourself, but that's what people think about you. Colored eye contacts are tacky. I think that there is a way to do it that's not tacky. Like, I just feel like maybe if people got colors that complemented their skin tones, then maybe it won't be so tacky. But I'm sorry, y'all, but like, for example, if you're a really dark-skinned person, bright green eye contacts are not gonna look good on you. Like, I mean, it's just get something that complements your skin tone. You know what I'm saying? And on the flip side, if you're light skinned, getting bright blue, eye contacts, it's like, why? Like, that just looks stupid to me. Like, for me personally, I'm not into the whole eye contact thing, but if I would probably get like a hazel brown or like stick to more of a brownish type of thing. Like, I'm not about to be out here with bright blue eyes. Like, I'm gonna be looking stupid as hell. I'm gonna be looking like a Negropean, if you will. All right, we're almost at the end of this. We're at the home stretch. Okay. People who hate kids. Okay, people who emphasize and like have to constantly remind people that they hate kids and that animals are better are weird. Now, I understand people not liking kids, people not wanting kids, people thinking that kids are annoying. All of those are like pretty valid opinions to have. But like, I'm talking about people who kind of go out of their way to express that they hate kids, and people that emphasize that animals are better than kids, and I have to shove that in your face. Like, you're weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want kids, okay, cool. That's your prerogative. I will never shame nobody for not wanting kids. But like, why do you have to go out of your way to and it's like, people, they may have their kids, or their kid may be acting up or whatever, and then like your stupid ass making a comment like, oh, well, if you would have had a dog, you wouldn't have to deal with that. It's like, shut your stupid ass up. Like, and okay, the last unpopular opinion that I have is that I agree that stylists should charge more for length and thickness for your hair. I might do an entire video on like just the black stylist culture, Instagram stylist culture altogether, because that is just a clusterfuck in of itself. But long story short on this, as someone with a lot of hair, whose hair is very thick, whose hair takes hours to do, I recently just took out some box braids, and I got there, well, it was like a late appointment. Basically, I ended up leaving her house till like 3 a.m. because I just have that much hair. And yes, I asked for small, knotless, and I think that it does take, because she was running out of hair, and she was like mixing in other colors, you know what I'm saying? Because she had a lot of packs of hair, but since I have so much hair, it ate up all the resources. So I understand now, like, this instance of me getting those braids, I now understand why people charge more, because it does take more time, it does take more resources, and yeah, that's more labor, you know what I'm saying? Somebody is, and I feel like people generally like kind of downplay the work of a braider, you know what I'm saying? Like, people get arthritis from being hairstylists, people get carpal tunnel from being hairstylists. Like, people literally be having to take breaks, you know what I'm saying, and going on leave because you're standing on your feet for hours and hours and hours. Like, if you have an appointment, like for someone like me, right, okay, even if I have an appointment at 7 a.m., I might not leave till 4 or 5 in the evening. Like, that is a 8-9 hour work shift, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is labor, that is work, and it's even more work because I have a lot of hair. So I will not be mad, like, as long as the stylist tells me like beforehand, or they have it listed in their policy that they charge more for length and thickness. I am not against it at all, because even I'd be exhausted and I'm just sitting up there doing nothing. So that's my opinion on that. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. I know sometimes I can be a little long-winded, but I mean, if your attention span is that bad to where you can't, listen to somebody talk for a while, then I mean, that's all on you. But anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know if you agree with me, disagree with me, your stance. And like I said in the beginning, nobody needs to be harassed or bullied or insulted, cursed out or anything for having a difference in opinion. You can put your unpopular opinions down below and we can just keep it civil, have a discourse, have a discussion. And yeah, this was fun. I'll be doing more of these in the future.